Regardless of whether you're using Power BI for free or whether you have a pro license, you have a way of sharing your Power BI reports with the whole world via your blog or website. This feature is called Publish to Web, and it works by Power BI generating an embed code, which is just a short snippet of code that uniquely identifies this report, in which we can copy and paste into a web page in order to share the report. So let's show how we publish to the web. We're in our personal workspace now, looking at the College Majors report we uploaded a few videos ago. Supposing we want to put this report on our website, all we need to do is open the More Options menu on our toolbar, then go to Embed and select Publish to Web Public. When we do this, Power BI is going to give us a warning advising us of what we're about to do. It tells us that we should only use this functionality to share public content, and that we shouldn't use it to share content internally within our school or company. We're dealing with publicly available data that we want to put on a public website, so this is fine. We'll click the yellow Create Embed Code button to continue. Next, Power BI is going to give us yet another warning, further advising us that once we create and share the embed code, anyone on the internet will be able to access the report and its underlying data. Microsoft also reserves the right to put the report in a public gallery so they can brag on all their awesome developers who are building these cool things in Power BI. They want us to be sure that we have the right to share this data and the visualizations, and warn us against publishing anything that might contain confidential or proprietary information, or an individual's personal information like names, addresses, emails, dates of birth, and so on. It's very important to pay attention to these warnings and think carefully about what data your reports contain and whether you're allowed to share it. Again, our College Majors data is publicly available through 538's data repository, so we'll click the yellow Publish button to proceed. Finally, after acknowledging Microsoft's warnings about thinking carefully about the security of our data, we get to our embed code. The first box, which is already highlighted, contains the link to the report itself. When we copy and paste this into a new browser tab, it takes us to a full screen view of our report. Notice how there is no trace of the Power BI service in or around the report. This is because we're not technically in the service right now. This is an external link visible to anyone who has it, so there's no system that is trying to authenticate my account and authorize me for access. All we have is a gray bar along the bottom of the page that has some basic features. If we had multiple pages, there would be page controls, so you can go backwards and forwards through the report. In the bottom right corner, we have some social media links and a share icon so you can send the link to others, and a full screen control that just takes your browser into full screen mode. So this is our public report, now visible to anyone who wants to see it. But how do I embed this in a website? Let's go back to the Power BI service and look at the second box in our embed code window. This box is a block of HTML code which contains our link. For those who haven't done much work in building web pages, HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language, and it's the standard language for taking documents and turning them into web pages. This particular block of HTML creates what we call an iframe, which stands for inline frame. You can see the word iframe right at the start of the block. An iframe is a web page within another web page, and it's how Power BI presents the report in your blog or website. Below the HTML box, there's also a drop-down menu where we can adjust the height and width of the iframe if we want to. We're going to copy the HTML from the second box, then we're going to jump over to WordPress in a different browser tab. WordPress is a great tool for creating and managing websites and blogs. I don't use it very much, but I have my own website on WordPress, and we're going to create a new page so we can embed our Power BI report. All we need to do is add a new element to the page and make it a custom HTML element. WordPress will now give us a box in which to add our HTML code, and this is where I'll paste the embed code from Power BI. Now, all we need to do is click Preview, and WordPress will give us a preview window where we can see our Power BI report embedded inside a page. This can be a really useful feature. If you're a journalist, student, teacher, government worker, or just someone who likes to play around with public data, The publish-to-web capability in Power BI gives you the tools to share your data with the world. For example, several colleges and universities use this feature in Power BI to publicly share their institutional research data, which provides statistics around enrollment, admission, financial aid, faculty diversity, and so forth. We're also seeing a rise in data visualization enthusiasts using Power BI to inform and advocate the general public on issues of worldwide concern like climate change, deforestation, natural disasters, and even terrorism. You can find many of these examples on the Power BI Data Stories gallery, which I highly encourage everyone to check out. There are many examples of great designs and storytelling with Power BI, and hopefully they can serve to inspire you as you start your own journey.